He stared in horror at the scene unfolding before him. Even the world's tallest peak, Mount Everest, was being swallowed by floodwaters. Yet the monk showed no fear. Instead, he stood face to face with the towering waves. He rang the final bell of morning, a warning that the end of the world had arrived. As Anna was preparing breakfast, the entire house suddenly began to shake violently. At first, she thought the earthquake would pass quickly, but then her ex-husband burst through the door, shouting at them to leave with him immediately. Sure enough, the moment they stepped outside, the house collapsed behind them. Now they had no choice but to flee. Cracks were already spreading across the ground. The group decided to head for the highway. But what happened next left everyone stunned. A cement mixer truck plunged from the overpass. A massive fissure, dozens of feet wide, split the earth open, instantly blocking their path. Without hesitation, Jackson yanked the steering wheel. They narrowly escaped death by mere inches. But then another disaster awaited them ahead. A collapsed skyscraper completely blocked the road. With no way out, Jackson made a desperate decision. He drove straight toward the wreckage, and in the brief moment before the structure fully crumbled, they somehow escaped once again. After a harrowing journey, they finally reached the airport, only to discover that the pilot they had arranged to meet was already dead. Fortunately, Anna's current husband, Mike, had received flight training in the past. His skills were far from professional, but in a crisis like this, Jackson had no choice but to put him in the cockpit. The moment they successfully took off, the runway behind them began to collapse. For the time being, they had escaped immediate danger. Only then did Jackson finally explain what was happening. The truth had started 3 years earlier. Scientists discovered that neutrinos released during powerful solar activity were triggering unprecedented physical reactions inside the Earth, destabilizing both the crust and the planet's core. Their calculations predicted that in 2012, Earth would face a catastrophic global extinction event. After learning the truth, the president immediately contacted world leaders. Together, they launched a project known as the ARC Plan, and the people selected to board the ARCs were exactly who you'd expect. Either the brightest minds in their fields, or the wealthiest people on Earth. Someone like Jackson. He was never supposed to know about any of it. But a few days earlier, he had encountered a man in Yellowstone who claimed the world was ending. It was from that so-called madman that he first heard about the ARCs. At the time, Jackson dismissed it as nonsense. But everything changed that morning. His billionaire boss called him unexpectedly, demanding that he get his 2 sons to the airport immediately. The children accidentally let the truth slip while bragging.
We will live and you will die.
At that moment, combined with the earthquakes happening around the world, Jackson finally accepted the reality of the coming apocalypse. Now, their only chance of survival was to return to Yellowstone and find that eccentric man, because he had once claimed that he possessed a map showing the location of Noah's Ark. Before long, they arrived at Yellowstone and found the man standing on a mountaintop. Just as Jackson finally learned that the map was hidden inside the man's vehicle, the massive dormant supervolcano suddenly awakened.